Welcome to the 22nd Moonwell News broadcast. I'm your host, Justin Cognito. If there are any stories that you feel should be included, please reach out and share them with me so I can include them in our next broadcast. For our first story tonight, anti-Brickton graffiti in Brickton. Some Jamies have sprayed truly heinous words on one of the buildings in Brickton. Locals are shocked and appalled that such hurtful words could be allowed to be painted in their city. They are demanding authorities to track down the culprit and justice to be served. The culprit is still at large at this time. Please share any details you have with local authorities. For our second story tonight, New Science Center opens up in Brickton. A giant science facility has opened up below Eclipse Tower. This new job is an excellent place to make money and document new scientific findings. When doing the job, a random Jimmy will be teleported into the central chamber where they will receive a kit with a random effect. They are to use the effect, and the scientists are to record the results of said effect. Be careful, as some of these have been known to pierce the glass. Now for our interview with Paladin Abel. Thank you, future Justin Cognito. I'm here with a new Paladin here for this week's episode of Meet the Paladins. Now, would you be able to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm the Paladin Abel of the Grand Paladin Order, and I am the law. Yeah.
Nice to have you with us, Paladin Abel. Now, let's start off with something simple so that people can get to you just a little bit better, and maybe something for some Jamies to, relate to you with. What is your favorite color?
Well, I am legally obliged to say that my favorite color is in fact red.
I've noticed that's a pretty common trend among paladins. But if you weren't legally obligated to pick a color, what color would you pick?
Probably like red.
Fair enough. So you must find that this interview area quite appealing.
Yeah, this whole place is really nice. You got some great decor.
Kind of have to stick with either red or green when in Brickton. Wonderful. Let's move on to our next question. So for the next question, what is a quirky fact about yourself? Something for people to get to know you a bit better.
Well, when I was born, my voice didn't actually sound like this when I was born, but then I had too powerful of a chin, and then some sort of deity or higher god cursed me, so now I have the voice curse, and also it haunts me and it can like affect other people as if it was some kind of like ghost. So I think I'm haunted by the voice curse poltergeist.
Who was it that modified your chin?
Well, I had a very powerful chin, and many people were very envious, and they were all like, "Damn, that guy's got a very strong chin." And then I think it was too cool and awesome, so then some higher power struck me down with a voice that is hard to say things.
Interesting.
Yeah,
All right.
pretty crazy stuff.
Let's go ahead and move on from that one. What is
It's real.
your favorite deployment as a paladin?
Well, one time we got sent on a normal patrol around the city, and then we bumped into the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He was so cool. I didn't like him at first, but then he did a cool backflip and then like was jumping around the buildings and stuff. And then out of nowhere came the freaking like Birdman, like the buzzard or something, like the hawk. And they fought, and we were just sitting at the side like, oh my goodness, this is so good. What the hell's going on? And then eventually he like beat the Birdman, and then we took him to jail, and that was the best day ever.
Fascinating. Did you happen to get an autograph from Spider-Man?
No. He climbed up the entire tower at the end, the whole thing, to the very top. I was like rocket jumping up there. It took me like ages. And he wasn't there when I got there to the top. Such a shame.
How unfortunate. Well, maybe next time you'll be able to get an autograph. I'm sure many can relate to missing a chance to get an autograph with the legendary Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Whatever happened to that criminal that you threw in jail? Do you know?
Well, we put him into the most convenient jail cell, which happened to be like a bite cage, like a very large one. It was humongous. like you could fit several, like probably like 20 people in there, but it was like still the proportions as if it was a budgie cage. So he's probably still in there. I hope someone has given him like some seeds and some water, because otherwise he's probably going to be a sad little bird. And he's going to be like tweet 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 tweet, and hopefully he's not doing crime.
Uh, I hope he's still alive. Though even if he did
Yeah,
die, he would just get revived by the Grand Paladin, which would
of
take him
course.
out of custody because he'd be revived, at one of the beacons outside the cell.
What? Oh shoot. Okay,
Might wanna
let's move on.
might want
Let's
to
move
check
on.
on him
Let's
when
move
you get
on.
back to the ship.
No. That's probably fine. It's probably fine. Everything. You're all safe, citizens. You're all very safe. You're safe out there. There's no bird-related shenanigans gonna take you out or destroy anything. But if it does, we'll probably be there to help. Maybe even Spider-Man will be there. Who knows?
Let's hope. Thank you. Is there anything else you wish to share with our audience before ending for today?
Remember to cross your I's and dot your T's. And brush your teeth. And also, don't listen to strangers who tell you to buy an orange orb, because it will explode and embarrass you in front of your boss during a meeting.
That would be quite awkward. Thank you
It
for
was
sharing
not
this
cool.
wisdom.
He shouted at me. They keep on shouting at me.
I could see that being quite distressing.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'll hold it together. I'm strong. I'm a big paladin, man. I'm a paladin. I'm so strong.
Of course. Well, thank you all for watching this broadcast of Meet the Paladins. Thank you, past Just Incognito. For our final story tonight, Jackpot. Local Jimmy wins big at local Mining Madness game. Sources say they won so much they didn't have enough pockets to hold it. Mining Madness is the new hit gambling game located in Dwarven. It only costs a silver to play, and your winnings can be massive. Now to Jimmy for the weather.
Thank you, Just Incognito. Ah, jeez. So it looks like there's gonna be a muck storm in the slums. And Moon Bay has some kind of a Jimmy-eating monster. Now that's scary. And you better have your procs ready, because Darkvale is gonna have some kind of spooky zombie fires. Ah, not the bees! There's gonna be bees everywhere and sticky this week. And Brickton has slippery stairs. You better have the Brickton Emergency Services on speed dial for that one. And the Grove is, achoo! Oh, jeez, I sneezed all over. But yeah, there's gonna be all kinds of pollen in the Grove. And the magic of Southshire, it's gonna do some weird stuff. It's gonna make it all inverted. It's gonna turn it into Northshire. That's gonna be all kinds of confusion. Oh, jeez. Goat Town has this rare pinkular eclipse. Very strange, honestly. Sounds kind of spooky, too. And lastly, we have Dwarven. And Dwarven's gonna have lots of spontaneous stalagmites. It's gonna be real spiky in Dwarven anyway. Ah, jeez. So that's the weather. And now back to you, Just Incognito.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you all for coming to this broadcast of Moonwell News. I hope you come back next week to view our next broadcast.